Love is Blind season 9 just got done with it. I'm not going to outline the whole thing. I'm going to tell you about my highlight. The highlight story, Edmund and Calabria. By all accounts, season 9 could be considered a failure because none of the brides and grooms said yes at the altar. But, I don't think it is. There are things that I love about that I love about Love is Blind, and there are things that I don't love. I love that they're sitting and talking to each other without seeing each other, although that's not necessary. Probably the thing I like the most is that they're dating multiple people and that they're comparing and contrasting. I think that is so important for dating and one thing that people can't usually bring themselves to do. But if you can bring yourself to date multiple people, and I'm not talking about sleeping with multiple people, date multiple people, you will end up with you will learn a lot and you will end up with a much better result. What I don't like about Love is Blind, what is it, like 2 months before you have to say I do, like that's toxic. And also to have to say yes or no at the altar. So, yeah, so they all said no, but actually that was probably a pretty good choice on their part because that's one thing that's wrong with Love is Blind. So let's get back to Edmund and Calabria. So Edmund is a real estate agent who was brought up in the foster care system and just has a lot of magical energy, but also has a lot of hurt. Trying to remember what Calabria's job is now, and I'm not even really sure what her job is. But they fall in love in the pods, and they um, they get engaged, and it's not the relationship is not without problems, but they work through it. I love the love that Edmund exhibits. It seems like he has a lot of growing up to do, but I mean, I think that that's something that dating can help with. It can help us grow and mature and learn about ourselves and learn about other people. Of course, Calabria has a lot of growth to do as well, but the wisdom that she exhibits in this show is just so impressive. The thought, the consideration, the articulations of her emotions. I mean, standing ovation, Calabria. So the story is really touching, really heartbreaking. You can feel the heartbreak of what it was like for Edmund to grow up in the foster care system, and when they go to get married, is really touching because Calabria's mom really loves Edmund a lot too. So she went to be with him and talk to him before the wedding as well. That was very touching. And then Edmund's fifth grade teacher, who is like an adopted mom, and seeing that connection between them was really beautiful. Um, the wedding was just so hard because I think that is just really something brutal about this show, that they have to get their answers at the altar and ultimately embarrass and break someone's heart. So that was crushing, and you feel it, like he says yes and Calabria says no, and you feel that rejection on such an intense level, just for Edmund, who's had his heart broken a lot of times, and for his teacher slash mom who loves him so much, who walked him down the aisle and just feel her heartbreak and feel Calabria's heartbreak, because like she actually loves him. It just turns out that he's not the right man for her to marry, and her mom as well, who, I mean, but so in the end, after she says she can't marry him, they hug, and she still says she loves him, and they walk back up the aisle together, and there's a fallout, but I just think it was the right choice. You can't marry a person just because you love them if they're not the right person for you. But I just think that there was just so much love and respect that was modeled in that whole scenario. Edmund and Calabria did not consummate the marriage. And I really think that was help them keep a level place as well. Get to know them without the wrong type of emotions and bonding, like clouding the situation. So I think it's just an example of how dating can really help us develop as humans, learn about ourselves, learn about others, how we can love people, and yet they find out that they aren't our correct marriage partner. Yeah. So I would recommend watching the show just to see that, if you like this kind of thing. Some people don't like Love is Blind, but if you like this kind of thing, then seeing their story is definitely like a shining beacon of love. And in the aftermath, when they do the retake, they were really loving as well in that, just like a really heartwarming narrative of how to love and grow and how to treat people and care about them. Good job, Edmund and Calabria. I wish you all the happiness in the world, and I hope that you find your people.